Hello students, in the previous classes we have discussed about what is the nature of spinning particles, how they are interacting with the external magnetic field, what is the population of energy levels, and the next topic is Larmor's precision. So we already discussed that every spinning particles will possess the magnetic dipole moment. So for the nucleus, in the previous classes we have calculated the magnetic dipole moment as G beta n root of I into I plus 1 joule Tesla inverse. So where G is the Landau splitting factor and beta n is the nuclear Bohr magnetron, I is the nuclear spin quantum number. Similarly, for electron is also spinning particle. It will possess some magnetic dipole moment given as minus G beta E root of S into S plus 1 joule Tesla inverse. So every spinning particle will possess some magnetic dipole moment. When these spinning particles such as nucleons and electrons are placed in a external magnetic field, so that is when the atom is placed in a external magnetic field, this nuclear magnetic moments or electron magnetic dipole moments will precess around this external magnetic field. This precision is called Larmor's precision. When the spinning particles possessing magnetic dipole moments are placed in an external magnetic field, they will precess around this external magnetic field. This precision is called Larmor's precision. So they will precess with some angular frequency. So let the Larmor's frequency is indicated with the letter omega, which is given by magnetic moment divided by angular momentum multiplied by external field strength. If it is electron, we are replaced with magnetic dipole moment of an electron. If it is nucleus, we will replace it with nuclear magnetic dipole moment. So if let us consider this is the angular frequency of this nucleus. So then this is magnetic dipole moment of an electron divided by angular momentum of the nucleus is given by 2 pi I multiplied by Bz, where I is the nuclear spin quantum number. So then the angular frequency of this nucleus is, what is mu n? G beta n root of I into I plus 1 divided by 2 pi root of, so every quantum number is replaced by root of I into I plus 1 h by 2 pi. So since this also replaced as I into I plus 1 h by 2 pi multiplied by Bz. So then what is the angular frequency here? H by 2 pi get cancelled, root of I into I plus 1 get cancelled, we get G beta n Bz by h. So this is the angular frequency of the nucleus given by G is called Landau splitting factor, Bn is the Bohr magnetron and Bz is the applied external magnetic field and h is the Planck's constant. So which is in terms of h. So we have already calculated in terms of megahertz. That is we are getting some 100 or 1000 into 10 power 6 hertz. Similarly, we can also calculate the angular frequency of electrons as minus G beta E Bz by h. So which is also in megahertz. So we previously calculated. That means in presence of external magnetic field, both these electrons and the nuclear spinning particles will precess with radio wave region frequency in terms of megahertz. So these spinning particles are revolving with, for example, electron is revolving around this external magnetic field with some megahertz. Similarly, nuclear spinning particles are also revolving around the external magnetic field with some megahertz angular frequency. When this electromagnetic radiation such as radio wave frequency made to incident on the spinning particles such as electrons and neutrons. So if the radio frequency is equal to that of this electrons Larmor's frequency, then these two are having the same frequencies, then this frequency is absorbed by the electron. So that is exchange of energy takes place from radio wave frequency to electron or from radio wave frequency to nucleus. So this exchange of energy is called resonance. So what is resonance here? The spinning particles such as electrons and the nucleons will precess around the external magnetic field in megahertz. So when these spinning particles are made to fall on, when these particles are made to incident by this radio wave frequency, these radio waves will be absorbed whenever these two frequencies are matching. So this absorption of this frequency, radio wave frequency, by the electron gives rise to one resonance spectra. The absorption of radio wave frequency by the nucleons will gives rise to another resonance spectra. So if the spinning electrons absorbs radio waves at a fixed magnetic field, then that resonance phenomenon is called electron spin resonance. If the spinning nucleons absorbs the radio wave at a fixed magnetic field, spinning nucleons absorbs the radio wave frequency at a fixed magnetic field, then that resonance phenomenon is called nuclear magnetic resonance phenomenon. So we will observe two different types of spectroscopies called electron spin resonance spectroscopy for the spinning electrons. We observe nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy for nucleons at a fixed magnetic field for the revolving or spinning nucleons. So we will observe two resonance phenomena in a radio wave. What are they? Electron spin resonance, and second one is nuclear magnetic resonance. Electron spin resonance simply called as ESR, nuclear magnetic resonance simply called as NMR. So because of this Larmor's precision, we will observe the two resonance spectroscopies called ESR and NMR. ESR corresponds to electrons, NMR corresponds to nucleons. So this radio wave frequency is absorbed by the electrons or nucleons or the electron. By absorbing these radio waves, the nuclear spin states or electron spin states may reverse. That is, if the nuclear spin state is plus half, by absorbing this radio wave it will change to minus half. If it is minus half, it changes to plus half. Similarly for electron also. So this absorption will continuous until the population of ground state and the excited states are almost equal. So if the radio wave frequency is absorbed in the ground state, then some of the electrons or some of the nucleons are excited to higher energy states. So if the population of ground state and the higher excited states are almost equal, then the absorption of radio wave frequency stops. then it attains the saturation. So what is the saturation? Saturation is the stage at which the population of energy levels in ground state and the population of energy level in excited states are almost equal. So this is regarding the Larmor's precision. So by Larmor's precision, we can able to explain what is ESR and NMR. We can also able to explain what is meant by saturation state of the electron states and nuclear spin states. So in the next class, we will learn about what is ESR and what is the complete ESR technique.